Hi, this is JC with Rob for me. Who do we have in the call?
Hi, JC. My name is Steven.
How you doing, Steven?
I'm doing quite well. How are you, JC?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Uh, Steven, let's go ahead and go over the questions you have about Rob for me. What are your concerns?
Yeah, so I started a 7-day trial, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to see if Route for Me can help increase the amount of money I make each time a driver goes out for a delivery. And I need to be
Okay.
adding in new drivers, and I'm kind of confused on how really to do that. And maybe if you have some extra tips for me to help save some money.
Absolutely, Steve. Let's go ahead and take a look at Rob for me side. Here, let me just go into my account real quick. And so far, you probably have a clear view of what you have in your portfolio. I mean, your list of customers, your um, current customers, if you will. So I take that if you want to add more drivers to your operation, you will probably need to, you know, um, cover more territories, perhaps more areas near your city, in order to increase that volume. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even think of that, but if you could help me expand out my territories, that would be even better.
All right, excellent. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is once we're inside Route for Me, we're going to go into our users section so that you can learn how to add a new driver. So when you go over to the left-hand side on the main menu, you'll see a team section. Can you see that right now?
Yep, I
I'm
can
on
see
top
it.
of it right now. All right, excellent. So when you click on it, you'll see users. So when you go to users, you can go and add sub-users as an administrator or an account owner. So you can put in their name, their last name, set up an email, then you can say, set up a password, select the type of user that going to create, whether it's a dispatcher, a route planner, driver, analyst. It's up to you. Then you can put in their phone number, how much you paid them, set up the user roles and optimizations, and I'm sorry, and options, and you can let them see future routes, non-future routes, so they can review their previous routes. They can become read-only users. They will have access to the global address book. Maybe you want them to add stops to the routes on the road. So things like that can be done right from this section, and you just add a sub-user. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Excellent. Once you have all your customers, what we need to do is just put them on an Excel spreadsheet. And whether it's your existing customers or potential new leads, all you have to do is just go into your address book section on the left-hand side again, and then go into address book map or list. So just to give you a quick idea, we're going to go into the address book map. And from here, you can actually add more stops to it. I already added a few stops into the map. As you can see, I have a few in there. So you can actually color code your customers. When you go to each, when you go to a pin on the map, you can right-click, edit, and you can say, okay, I'm going to choose my a green color for customers that are active, maybe a red color for customers that are inactive, and maybe they're high priority, and you want to make sure that your sales reps visit them. You can choose a different color for new leads or new hot leads and things like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, would I be able to do that in bulk somehow?
Absolutely. In fact, you can actually grab a whole section of it by using a polygon tool inside the map, right like this. Let's say we want to turn this one into hot leads. You go to edit on the top left, assign color, and you say, this is the color for hot leads. Confirm it, boom. Barrel go with the new color for them.
Great, great.
Pretty easy, right? So right from here, you can actually have your existing customers, like I said, you can add your new leads So let's just say this all blue section here is your new leads. You can start building territories for your drivers. As new drivers come in, all you have to do is just go to the top right, click on the draw new territory button, and you start typing in the name of your drivers. We're going to choose that green color today, and let's say it's just a polygon again. Just click and release on every corner. You can say, okay, so everything in this square or rectangle will belong to Steven. All right, so every time you bring in new customers, you can color code this afterwards, and once you bring in new customers or new potential leads, the default color will be set, and you'll be able to see which ones are potential new and inside of whose territory they fall into. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep. As territories are built, you'll see a nice display on what can be done with a territory. Each territory will have their name, their address count, and it has this little gear icon right here, right next to the name or the color, and you can actually plan routes directly from here. I'm going to plan a route, and here's the process. You just simply name the route. You set up a departure point, which you can type in. If you have it saved into your address book, you can just call it by office, departure, home, or what have you, or you can select from inside the selection or inside the shape or territory. So once we have that, we go to schedule, and we'll say, looks like we're doing this tomorrow. Set up a starting time, maybe 9 a.m. And then you can say, okay, each stop should take no more than 20 minutes. So 20 minutes is an average for the duration of the stop or the service time. Optimization, you can actually plan a single driver route. You can actually create a restriction based on the duration of the day for that driver. And you can say, okay, this is one driver, and I want him to work 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours. You follow me?
Yep.
Excellent. So you can actually create a round trip where you can bring the driver back to the departure point. You can break it out into balanced routes and say, you know what, I want this driver to do 5 different routes, okay? Because he's going to complete one route every day. You can look at it, if you want, as days and say, okay, so route number 1 will be done on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. So you can actually do that. So let's go ahead and plan for one driver in 8 hours as a round trip. Create route. There's a weather notification that will come up. You can either decide to apply the changes or skip that to continue. We're going to skip it for now. And here are the routes that we need. Let's see how many routes can be completed. All right, looks like we can complete one route because of the distance between one stop and the other. You can see we have the one route happening there. Then we have a second list of addresses that were not routed. They were unrouted destinations because we weren't able to include them in the route within the 8 hours of work.
Okay, so what would be the best way to handle this?
The best way to handle this will be perhaps you can plan a balanced route, and you can say, why don't you break it out into multiple routes, say, I don't know, 3 or 4, and see how many hours you get on each route. And then from there, you can actually drag and drop and exchange stops between routes so you can expand the working hours. Or you can just have the system do it like this. Okay, so go finish this one route, and tomorrow we'll plan with these addresses, with the unrouted destinations. So tomorrow we plan with this ones, because this 8 addresses were already covered today.
Okay. Okay, so you could do that right from the menu over there.
No, actually, what we will do is download this list of addresses. We'll export into a CSV file.
Okay.
And then when you get the export, then you re-upload that into the planned route section, plan your route. So you don't have to go back into the address book. You can actually just grab that list, upload that file, and plan the route again. We'll teach you how to use all those functionalities. Absolutely. So we'll teach you how to use all those functionalities once we activate your account, which I think we should do right now.
Yeah, it sounds great, JC.
All right, fantastically. I'll send you that email, and we'll activate your account. We'll put you through the onboarding process, which is training sessions, and you'll learn how to use all these functionalities, and you'll be more confident about adding more drivers and new territories into your operation. Okay?
Great, thank you, JC. I look forward to learning more on how to expand my business by using Route for Me.
Fantastic. We'll take care of that, Steven. Good talking to you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.